This video is all about why you need a visual diary.
8 reasons why you need a visual diary to develop your creative process. Reason number 1. A visual diary is an effective brain dump, and it helps us to keep our thoughts in order. Keeping structure is important because as artists we can get overwhelmed. I call it the funnel effect. When you've got too much research, too many ideas, and everything eventually clogs in the funnel and nothing drips out onto the paper. You are simply just trapped, feeling overwhelmed and confused. By tracking our thought process, it helps us to not get stuck in all the little details, but rather keep our eye on the bigger picture. I'd like to compare a visual diary to a complicated math problem. When I was at school, we always needed to show our calculations in various steps to explain how we calculated the final answer. In the same way, your visual diary records every step of your creative process towards your final artwork or your final design. I have recently listened to the masterclass by the amazing Frank Gehry. In this masterclass, he discusses how he develops ideas, and by recording them, he sometimes realizes that in the beginning of the process, he actually stumbled on the solution already. So he can easily refer back to previous ideas. He also reuses ideas, adapting old ideas for a specific new project. You can only do this by keeping a visual diary. Reason number 2. It allows you to develop original ideas that are uniquely yours. Visual diaries usually creates beautiful accidents where images, text, and different textures get juxtaposed together. Juxtapositioning is when we place two images or ideas close together with a contrasting effect. This enables us to develop more original ideas. It allows us to create freely, making random connections, not always applying our logical left brain, our consciousness, but rather creating with our right, abstract, and unconscious brain. It visually depicts and demonstrates how your skills and ideas have developed over time, proving that you are indeed the artist behind your body of work. This is very important since there are so many fraudsters passing off Pinterest works as their own. Keeping track of your idea development is important for various reasons, but this leads me to reason number 3. It allows others to guide, collaborate, and explore with you. Usually your art lecturer or your art teacher would like to see your creative process because it allows them to interject into that process at a certain point of time. Remember, we are studying to learn, to grow. If we knew everything, we wouldn't need to study. So it helps them to go back to our step-by-step process and maybe show and guide you and how you can explore different avenues within your creative thinking. By including some of your lecturer's ideas or suggestions, you can delve even deeper into the solution. Often as artists, we need to learn how to collaborate and not guard our initial ideas too much, but rather be open to other possibilities. It helps you to express and explore your interests, ideas, and viewpoints in an even deeper way. Reason number 4. A visual diary is also an excellent solution to artist's block. Artist's block is when you seem at a loss for creative ideas for a specific project. It usually happens when we are burnt out and under a lot of pressure. By working in your visual diary consistently when you are not tired, stressed, or overwhelmed, gives you ideas to refer back to when you are feeling stuck. I hardly ever wonder about what I will paint next. I simply page through my visual diary and I'm confronted with an array of ideas for paintings and illustrations. Reason number 5. It helps you to find your creative flow. I always say, art breeds more art. The more you create, the more amazing ideas and projects you will develop as an artist. What I love most about my visual diary is that it creates a flow for me. I always explain to my students that stagnant water rots. You need an in and an outflow to keep your creativity alive. And that is what the visual diary is to me. Soon you will have too many ideas and not enough time to possibly implement them all. And that is a great problem to have. Reason number 6. A visual diary helps you to review and develop your own visual language as an artist. You can often spot a professional artist's work a mile away. We instantly know that is an Andy Warhol. That is a Frida Kahlo. That's a Keith Haring. Ooh, and this is done by William Gentridge. Why? Because they have developed a distinct visual language. The street artist Shepard Fairey is an excellent example. He has developed his own iconography and visual language over time. You can watch my video on Shepherd Fairy and how he has done this here. I also have a series of videos on artist William Kentridge and how he developed his visual language over the decades. This will really teach you and inspire you to develop your own visual language. In your visual diary, you are slowly building your own library of aesthetics. A place with all your curated ideas of beauty and style. A place where all your research, both visual and academic, are gathered together. Creating a library you can continuously refer back to. Over time, you will see a curated style, a collection of yourself forming, and this is your visual language as an artist. Reason number 7. A visual diary makes you a better artist. I always tell my students, good art takes time. Unfortunately, excellent ideas do not just appear out of thin air. We sometimes feel like they do, but how are these aha moments actually formed? A previous art lecturer explained it to me in the following way. Inside all of us, we have a brooder. It is a big pot simmering on a slow heat, situated in your gut. Every day, we slowly add images and information to this pot. When we are not consciously thinking about it, the pot is simmering and stirring the ideas. Eventually, our subconscious makes a genius connection, and it jumps into our consciousness, causing us to scream, "That's it!" A visual diary forces you to fill your brooder pot daily. It allows you to cut away the clutter and distill all your visual and academic research into a great idea. Even an artwork that is simplistic but striking has been simplified over time. Simplicity is the result of complex thinking. Reason number 8. A visual diary develops your critiquing skills. By exploring different ideas and drawing out various options, you quickly learn what works and what doesn't. You start to understand why certain designs and messages are more successful and why others are not. This helps you to develop a critiquing language and also enables you to advise other fellow designers and artists. And that concludes our 8 reasons for why you should keep a visual diary. Let's just quickly recap them. Number 1, it is an effective brain dump. Number 2, it develops original ideas. Number 3, it allows others to guide, collaborate, and explore with you. Number 4, it is an excellent solution to artist block. Number 5, it helps you to find your creative flow. Number 6, it develops your own visual language. Number 7, it makes you a better artist. Number 8, it develops your critiquing skills. Stay tuned for our next video on where we take a closer look at some of the most famous visual diaries.
I'm artist Lillian Gray, and I hope you guys feel super inspired and creative to get going on your visual diaries. Please like and subscribe our channel. It really helps us to develop more awesome content, and follow us on social media. Until next time.